Hi, we are going to talk about conditional sentences today. What are conditional sentences? Conditional sentences are used to speculate what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish would happen. So, how many types of conditional sentences are there? Is it one, two, or three? Actually, there are four types. Let's have a look at the first type. It's called zero condition. Zero condition happens when we talk about something that are always true. For example, you can say, if you heat water, it boils. When the sun goes down, it gets dark. It's always true, and these are facts. So, both simple present are used in this case. Next, let's have a look at first condition. What do you mean by first condition? Are we talking about the future, the present, or the past? Actually, first condition means likely to happen. For example, when we ask a question, shall we go by bus or taxi? Then you answer, if we go by bus, it will be cheaper. Or we'll get there more quickly if we go by taxi. So, there are two clauses here. If can be in front, we call it if clause. Or if can be in the middle. They are exactly the same. Let's have a look at the structure. We use the first condition when we talk about real and possible situation. For example, I'll go shopping on the way if I have time. If it's a nice day tomorrow, we will go to the beach. So, in if clause, we use present simple. The main clause, we use will and infinitive, or here I call it verb 1. This is the first condition. Next, let's go on to second condition. Let's have a look at the situation here. Dan likes fast cars, but he doesn't have one. He doesn't have enough money. It means he is poor now. So, if he had the money, he would buy a fast car. So usually had is past. But in this sentence, had is not the past. If he had the money, it means if he had the money now. Does he have the money now? No, he doesn't. So, in the if clause here, we use past simple tense, or here I call it verb 2. And the main clause, we use would or wouldn't, could or couldn't. You can say, if he had the money, he would buy a car. Or, he would buy a car if he had the money. They are exactly the same. Let's have a look at another example. It can be imaginary. When I say, it's cold. If I were you, I would put your coat on. Can I be you? No, this is just in imaginary. So if I were you, I would put on your coat. So another example, it's not a very nice place. I wouldn't go there if I were you. It would be nice if the weather were better. So actually, we can also use past simple in if clause to talk about something imaginary. Most of the time, when we use something to talk about imaginary, I, he, she, it, we also use were. So let's conclude the second condition. It is used to talk about unreal or impossible things. For example, if I won a lot of money, I'll buy a big house in the country. Where would you live if you could live anywhere in the world? I'm talking about the future, which has not happened. So the second condition, we use past simple in if clause, would, and infinitive, or I call it verb 1. So you can put if first or if in the middle. It doesn't matter. Now, let's have a look at this example. What are the differences between first and second conditions? For example, I talk about something in January. It's possible to snow in January. So I say, if it snows tomorrow, I will go skiing. This is something likely to happen. If I say something in August, for example, I say, if it snowed tomorrow, I will go skiing. But is it likely to snow tomorrow in August? No, it is unlikely. Although we use the past simple tense here, it has nothing to do with the past. This case, I'm talking about something unlikely and most certainly won't happen. Okay, so now let's compare these two situations. For example, I must go and see Anne. If I have time, it means perhaps I'll have time and perhaps I'll go. I'll go today. But if you have no time, you can say, if I had time, I would go today. It means most probably I won't go because I don't have the time. Another example. I like the jacket. I'll buy it if it isn't too expensive. So it means perhaps it will not be too expensive. I haven't seen the price tag, so I think if it's not too expensive, I'll buy it. Okay, I walk over and I see the price tag. Oh my god, it cost me 200 ringgit. Well, I would buy it if it wasn't so expensive. It means it is expensive, so I'm not going to buy it. So this is unlikely case because I'm not going to buy it, so I say I would buy if it wasn't so expensive. Next, I'll help you if I can. It means I think I'm able to help and I can help. But if I say I'll help you if I could, but I can't, it means it's not my ability to help. So, these two conditions, they are talking about hypothetical future. It has nothing to do with the past. Then, what has to do with the past? That goes to our third condition. The third conditional sentences describe the past. This is the only condition that describes the past. They describe something that did not happen. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have gone to the university. So, did he go to the university? No, he didn't study hard and he didn't go to the university. So, this is something that we say when we wish that it happened in the past, but it did not. Let's have a look at another one. I wouldn't have got lost if you hadn't given me the wrong directions. So it means she wasn't given the correct direction and she was lost. Let's have another look. She might have finished the exam if she had had more time. Did she finish the exam? No, she didn't have more time and she didn't finish the exam. So, if we use to talk about third condition, in the if clause, we use past perfect. So past perfect means we use had with past participle. Or here, I call it verb 3, which is the third column in verb conjugation. In the main clause, we use would and have with past participle too. We can call it verb 3. Now, let's compare these three. For the first condition, we use present simple with if clause and will with verb 1 to talk about real future possibilities. Second condition, we use past simple in the if clause, would with infinitive to talk about future situations that are hypothetical. It means improbable, unreal, or imaginary. Third, if we use past perfect, it means had with verb 3 plus would and have with past participle here. We are talking about the unreal past situations. It means the hypothetical events that did not happen at all. That's all for today for if conditional sentences. See you. Bye.